One of the areas that we cover on the course, and yes, we do have a whole module on financial intelligence, but in terms of the leadership and management module, something that we believe is very important is actually the understanding of cash and the ability to manage cash as well. Even if your business sells really profitable products and your sales are good, depending on your terms and how you get cash into the business and how it leaves the business, you can actually grow into trouble. You can get into trouble and not be able to pay your bills, even though on paper you might be selling things really profitably. So one of the things that we wanted to do a quick topic on is just the ability to manage cash for your business, what this means, and actually things that you can do to hopefully make a real impact quickly. Because the truth is, the more cash that your business has, the more oxygen you have to breathe, and actually the more you can use that to really do great things like drive more sales and marketing to raise awareness, etc. But you can't pay for all of the extra great stuff that you want if you don't have the cash. So most businesses hopefully are already set up. If you're not and you're new, have a genuine think about, for what you make or what you sell, do you have suppliers that you need to pay? So it could be that if you make chairs, you need to buy in materials and you need to pay your supplier on 30 days. That means that you need to make sure that you get your cash in quicker than 30 days, or at least at the same time, so that you can get the cash in and pay someone else without getting into trouble or running out of cash. And it's a really important thing to consider. One prime example could be that if you're a B2C business, so you sell directly to consumers, consumers often actually pay cash upfront. So they go to the store, they give you cash, you have the cash instantly to then pay your suppliers. Often that does mean that actually you have to have stock waiting there, so it can still be an issue. But the point being, depending on your type of business, this also itself can impact cash flow. For B2B businesses, if you want to get cash in more quickly, and you always should, there are various things that you can do. The first is to actually time your invoices more frequently so it aligns with customers. What that can mean is that if you can send your invoices perhaps twice a month, you can actually get money in much quicker than if you wait till the end of every month and then only invoice once per month. When actually, if you really needed to, could you invoice once per week? It could be a little thing to consider. Next is actually, could you give added value, potentially even a discount to your customers if they pay you on time or if they pay you early? Again, when cash flow is really important, depending on the needs and wants of your clients, and this is something that we cover at the start of the course, if they might have plenty of cash, so that's not an issue for them, the discount might be something that they choose to take because actually they've got plenty of cash that they will pay you sooner, and they prefer the 5% discount. Then actually you will have other customers that physically can't pay you now and they can only pay you after 60, 90 days. But actually what that does, you would never reward that behavior because it doesn't necessarily help your own business. There are some practical things as well with invoices. Can you send them out early? Can you give a polite reminder over the phone to ask, will your invoice be paid? Because often on a human nature point of view, I always call it the squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you are the person always chasing your invoices, chances are they might pay you before they pay someone else that doesn't follow up. This again can be a massive help to businesses that struggle with cash flow, that actually building that relationship both with your clients and suppliers can actually help grease the wheels and help the whole cash flow within your business really help. Especially if you make any form of product, the ability to actually shorten your manufacture cycle. So rather than it take you a month to make the chair, so you have to buy the materials, make the chair and then sell it a month later, that again could cause a cash flow issue. If you can make the chairs in 2 days, it will actually loosen the grip and the tightness of cash constraint on the business. But the point is, there's lots of things that every business can do, both in terms of its finances, its cash balance, but actually its manufacture, production, sales, and terms and conditions that can actually make a big difference to a business. For this video, I won't go into too much depth, but actually just having a conscious consideration of the importance of cash in a business and what it can do. Because essentially without cash, you can't pay your wages, you can't buy new stuff or invest in new things. And even if you have a profitable business and you sell stuff at a profit, If your payment terms are not in your favor, you can also get into trouble. So hopefully this has answered, or at least opened your eyes to the ability for cash flow to both positively impact or negatively harm a business. But if there's anything that I haven't covered or you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and send an email to questions@roadmapmba.com or join any of the live classroom sessions, and I would be delighted to help.